What is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Hey, in this video you're going to be seeing the brand new Voidwalker Attunement of Fission super subclass skill tree. Now, the super is called Nova Warp, and it is by far the most interesting, coolest, and most aggressive, and probably the most consistent and lethal super available to the Voidwalker subclass. Now, the Nova Warp ability, it makes it so that when you activate your super, you're a roaming Voidwalker, which is brand new, right? And you have this ability to blink, teleport, these short-range burst teleports that you can do. Now, it's important to note that this teleport, this blink ability that you do while in your super does take super energy, but it's the only thing that takes energy away from your bar other than time. Doing your actual Nova Bomb blast doesn't take any energy whatsoever. So you can zip in and out and around places pretty quickly, and the directional control on this blink ability is actually really precise. Now, I found that initially I was using the left thumbstick, clicking the left thumbstick, just like I would use the ionic blink on a Stormtrance super, but I found over time that that is a lot less reliable in terms of the direction that you want to go. The best way is actually to use the melee button, so for me it would be my right bumper. So to use your melee button and then push the thumbstick in the direction you want to go, you get a lot more precise control, and you get used to doing these zip, 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 quick blinking abilities, and you can chain them together to get really close up on an opponent before they even have a chance to react. Just fantastic. So I think this is just an incredible super. Now, you can charge up your Nova Bomb blast by holding the right trigger and then releasing it to do devastating amounts of damage, or you can just do a quick pulse of your Nova to clear out smaller adds. Now, that quick pulse will not kill a full health Guardian in one hit. You do have to charge it up if you want to kill a Guardian in PvP. Now, the grenade ability is called the Handheld Supernova. Now, what it does is you charge up your grenade just like you're going to consume it, just like you would on the other skill trees in the Voidwalker subclass. So you charge it up, and then on release, it actually throws out a wave, a barrage, almost like a shotgun style, of small projectiles that detonate and cause explosive damage, explosive void damage. And you can clear out, small groups, or you can do a lot of damage to a singular opponent as well. So I found this is really, honestly, really good for just breaking up groups. I led with this a lot of times so I could focus on a bigger target. I'd just chuck this at the smaller ones, and then turn to aggress on a bigger opponent. Now, the melee ability is called Atomic Breach. I found that there's a bit of a disconnect for me between the way that it is described in the skill tree and the way that it actually plays out. It's described as a ranged melee that causes a detonation, but in my experience, it's a little bit misleading to call it a ranged melee. In fact, I don't sense any additional range on this melee whatsoever. What I found that it does is you hit somebody, and then you will see this purple sort of ball of energy is then stuck. It's attached to the opponent that you meleeed, and it sticks to them, and then it detonates after a couple of seconds. So it sort of glows purple and then blows up, and it does damage, additional damage to whatever it is that you punched, and it does explosive void damage to anything else around it. The last ability in the subclass skill tree is called Dark Matter, which basically regenerates health and energy ability on ability kills. Now, this does stack, so you can accumulate stacks of Dark Matter depending on how many opponents you killed with an ability. It basically just increases your cooldown for however many stacks you have over the amount of time that those stacks are active. So it's not as maybe broken or OP as you might think just by reading the perk. The way that it actually plays out is pretty well balanced. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this quick breakdown of the new Voidwalker Attunement of Fission. I know this is what I'm going to be maining, and I think it's going to be one of the best Warlock subclasses out there to play, in my opinion, especially for PvP. I'm really looking forward to playing more of it. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay. I'll catch you in the Crucible.